previously recorded.
I had to come over here and show y'all. I figured it out. The reason why my tank was cloudy and why it's clear now. So I figured it out, y'all. My goldfish is swimming happy. My goldfish and my koi fish. They are swimming happy, y'all, in some pretty clear water. Alright, so now I'm just going to take my potatoes and I'm going to get them off up in there. And we're going to pan sear them. We're going to pan sear these chickens. They're going to be smothered, but pan fried. You know. So far this is what we're looking like. Like that right there. And then this is what the chicken is looking like. So once I feel like it done browned enough, I'm gonna take them bad boys. Hey family, today I'm about to make y'all something real quick because it's weeknight. You don't have time to be cooking. You've been running all week long. You want a good dinner. You don't want to go out to eat. You ain't got the money to go out to eat, but you know you hungry. You got to feed your family. So you got to do what you got to do, but you want to do it quick. Get it done, get out the kitchen and go and relax. So with that being said, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And welcome back, my sugar boots. Okay, I love y'all. But let's go on cook this meal so we can go on and relax. I ain't gonna be here how long. I love y'all. Alright. I had to stop for a minute and show y'all something. Look, y'all, I took my seeds out of the bell pepper and I got them on the paper napkin. And I'm gonna dry them out myself. I'm saving my seeds, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna get me a garden. I'm gonna start me some flower pots on the porch so I don't be scared of the bugs, y'all. But look, I don't know what I do with the onion. I saved the root, so I guess I just let it dry out too. I don't know. I was thinking maybe you just put it in the flower pot in the dirt. Well, put it in some water, let it catch root. Then take that, put it in the flower pot and in some dirt when it started catching the roots. Put it in some dirt. And then let it grow like that, and then you know the food is gonna break down, so that's compost for the dirt, right? So that's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna put them in some water so they can catch root, just a little bit of water. And then I'm drying my seeds out. This is green bell pepper seeds. I'm drying them out. So I'm gonna be trying to do me a little garden, y'all. I don't know about y'all. All right. And the other ingredient that you're gonna need is this ground beef right here. I had already started cooking. I was like, let me go and do a video for my family. Alright, so the ingredients that you're going to need for this is, you're going to need you some cooking oil, okay? Just know that you're going to need some cooking oil. I just don't have mine out. You need bell pepper and onion. You can use all colors of bell pepper if that's what you want to do. You're going to dice it up, slice it up, whatever you prefer. It's up to you. How much of a crunch you like, it's up to you. Alright, you're going to need you some cornstarch and water, some onion powder, celery salt, garlic powder, thyme, beef bouillon cube. Okay, and then I have a special seasoning right here that I want to try because this is a beef, but I want to give this meal some flavor. Y'all know I'm all about flavor, right? Okay, so don't play. So y'all already know I'm just being extra, and I'm gonna try some out to see what it tastes like because I want this to taste like some meat. That's why I put the beef bouillon cube in there, because it's going to give it more of a beefy flavor than it tasting just like regular ground beef. You know what I'm saying? So I want this to taste like I'm cooking me some roast beef or something. You know what I'm saying? So I got me some roast beef seasoning, and I'm finna try to make this meat taste like some pot roast. You hear me? So that's why I got me some roast beef seasoning to give it a good flavor. But you eating ground beef, but it ain't just regular. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody regular over here. All right, so Then you're gonna need you some water. Now that's your judgment. I can't tell you how much water because you might be cooking less meat than me or more meat than me. But the water is going to help, you know, make the gravy. You know what I'm saying? You can't just pour the cornstarch and that's it. We gotta pour some liquid up in there, so we use some water. You can use beef broth if you want to for more flavor. That's up to you. But I wouldn't prefer it because you're making beef broth with the beef bouillon cube. So only thing you need is some water. All right, so let's get to cooking. All right, y'all, so if the light go out, I'm sorry, but y'all know that, you know, we're a little bootleg over here, y'all. Gotta get me another light, but we're gonna work with what we got. As long as y'all can see the food and how to do it and it look good on your side, honey, no problems. We in there, okay? All right, so I'm trying to do this quick, y'all. All right, so you're gonna add your cooking grease to a skillet or whatever. Okay, I got me a wok. Okay, don't be wishing you had a wok so you can do it, child. Don't do it in the skillet. Okay, so while we waiting on the wok to heat up, we got that getting real hot. I got my hamburger meat back on. We finna go ahead on and throw the seasonings in there before it cook too much, because I want my seasonings to cook down in the meat. Now, season to your own taste. It's up to you. I'm finna season with this onion powder. I'm gonna put this thyme off up in there because I want to go on and start mixing in with that little grease and stuff. Okay, going on to get that perfuming up, smelling good. You know, about to do its thing off up in here. Then I'm going in with a little bit of celery salt, just a little bit, just for that flavor, because I don't want no celery off up in there. So we just doing a little celery salt. All right, so now I'm going in with my garlic powder. You notice I ain't used that much of salt of nothing yet. All right, we ain't worrying about that though, because it ain't gonna be salty. I don't do salt food. Okay, honey, it just be seasoned. All right, so now we about to put this roast beef seasoning off up in there, just for that flavor, just for that beefy flavor. Whatever is in that roast beef seasoning, baby, it's good. So we're gonna get that stirred on in, work it on out, break it on down to fine pieces, right? You don't want no big old chunks because, honey, that's not good, you know, no big old chunks. So, child, we just gonna break this on down to some fine pieces like you're trying to make you some tacos. Okay? Just like that. Keep on breaking it down. You don't want them lumps, because them lumps, they don't be having no flavor in between. You know, they be tasting like you ain't put no seasoning in there. You know? So we're going to break that down because we know we put that seasoning off up in there. And finna add some more seasoning, right? So let me turn it down a little bit. And I'm finna cut this bell pepper here up, right? So I'm dicing mine in there. But I ain't going to use a lot because my husband, he don't like bell pepper. But I still throw it off up in there because I be telling them, you can't even taste it. People like, babe, you always saying that shit. You always saying that. But I'm gonna put it in here anyway, because it's gonna give it flavor, you know. So then we're gonna dice the onion. Just like that. We complain about onion too, but we ain't worrying about it though, y'all. I'm just putting it on off up in here because I know it's going to give it flavor. Okay. Now, we're going to stir that around in there so they can start cooking in that grease too, you know. Don't worry about the grease. You buy you some lean if that's what you want to. But we're gonna handle this, okay? We're going to handle it. All right, so now I'm going to take my day-old rice. Leftover rice, and I'm about to add it right here in this skillet. And see, I'm about to fry this rice in that little chop of oil that I put in there. Gotta make enough for big to take to work. And might be dinner tomorrow too, child. Let me put a little extra, okay? Honey, no rice going unused. Honey, lunch. Child, I might as well just might as well. Okay, what else we gonna do with it, y'all? Cook. Look, have leftovers for dinner tomorrow. Don't play. Alright, so my meat is browning. You see, my meat is browning. Cooking all the pink out of it. I got it down on, you know, like a medium low. No, medium high. Medium high. So them bell peppers and onions can get tender too. You know, the meat done got away from the bell peppers and onions. It's in here at the right time because they still gonna get tender. You see? Okay. Let that like it now. Alright, so now over here with this rice, watch me. I'm about to fry this rice. Something I'm about to do is stir it, break it down. Because basically what you're doing is you're just frying it up a little bit, thawing it out, heating it up. That's all you're doing to this rice. It's not hard to cook fried rice. It ain't really finna be fried. I'm just this time I'm heating it up, so I might as well fry it, right? Quick, instead of putting it in the microwave. You know, extra. I told you, extra, child, extra. Gotta be extra. Yep, sure do. I ain't ashamed of it, but that extraness, it be good, y'all. So, just frying that up, breaking it down, warming it through, keep it moving, don't let it sit, have it up on high, because that's how you want to fry it fast. Don't let it get too soft, then it'll be all mushy and stuff. So, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Alright, so now I'm giving some water. And I'm about to splash this here with that water. And it's going to steam up and heat that rice through. You got to do this with day-old rice. You cannot do this with rice you just cooked today. Keep it moving, keep frying it. And that's all the water you're going to need, because you just want that just to wet it up a little bit and create a steam. So the steam is going to create that heat to warm through that rice. Alright. So now, look at my ground beef. Nice little pieces. Browned up good. My bell peppers and my onions getting translucent. Looking good. So when this gets translucent enough, I'm about to strain the oil off of it through my colander and let it drip. So I'll be back. Alright, y'all. So now I'm about to do my little green beans real quick. I'm finna add a little bit more water. Okay, so I only got like a little cup of water. Then I have my fresh string beans. French, not fresh, French style cream string beans. Getting them in the pot. I'll drain them and wash them. So season to taste, but I'm adding a little celery salt like that. A little bit of garlic powder. You got to make the broth, the little water that we're cooking this in, have some flavor. So then you're going to add you some butter. About a little bit, about a tablespoon, teaspoon, and one. Then about the same amount of oil, about a teaspoon of oil. That was a little extra, you know. But it's alright though, because you know, we're finna cook these till like we cook them with some meat in them, right? So just imagine if you was cooking you some greens. What you gonna add? Some oil. You gonna add some butter. You gonna add your meat, right? You gonna add your seasonings and all that good stuff. Oh, then I'm gonna add some chicken-based seasoning. And then I'm gonna add a little Tony seasoning. But anyway, you know you're gonna hook your greens up. This is what you're gonna do, right? So you're just doing the same thing to your green beans. You still add the oil, you still add the butter, and then ain't nobody finna be cooking no meat. Like I said, this is a quick night. So you're gonna take you some real bacon pieces, or you can fry some bacon, but still take you some of these real bacon pieces, put them in now, and now that's gonna bring that meat flavor. We had you some extra onion, cut that up in there, you know, cut the onion up in there, give it a little flavor, you know, cut the onion up, put you a lid on there and let it go for what it know. And there you go, use some green beans, good flavorful food on a weeknight. I forgot to tell y'all to add a little onion powder and a little garlic powder. Garlic powder. I'm gonna put the garlic powder in there. Alright, y'all, so now we're back with the ground beef. I don't let it drain the oil off of it, but back in that same skillet with the oil that was in it now, once I pulled the meat off of it and all the grease out the pan, you know, fat flavor. Now I got rid of some of it, but not all of it. Okay. So now I tasted my meat. You can still use some more seasoning. My meat, I don't know about yours, but mine, you can use some more seasoning. So I add some more onion powder. Then I'm adding some black pepper. Okay, because y'all didn't see me taste my meat the first time to see if it was seasoned, moving so fast. Then I'm putting some garlic. And now I'm going in with this beef bouillon cube. Oh, and I'm going to add some more roast beef seasoning too for that beefy flavor because it wasn't in there like I wanted it. Alright. Alright, so here go the roast beef seasoning. Right. That right there. Okay. Now fry the seasoning in with the meat. That's what I'm about to do right now. Fry the seasoning in with the meat. Warm the seasoning up. That's what you're doing. Warming up the seasonings. Get them smelling good and stuff, you know. Don't just go on straight and pour the water in there. You ain't even get the seasoning time though. You ain't even let them know that they was going to a food family reunion. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let them know where they at, child, honey. It's hot in here, so open up your pores. We need you to freshen this pot of ground beef, okay? So I'm gonna taste that. Just a little bit more. I'm gonna add some seasoning salt. Still being careful because I know I got that beef bouillon cube in there. But I'm just seasoning up this meat, y'all. You got to get that flavor in there. You want the meat to be seasoned too. So you got to taste till you get it right. Okay. So now, okay, now I'm going to take the gravy, pour it in here. Add some more water to that. That's that cornstarch. You're getting it down in there. I'm adding hot water to it. And we're getting that cornstarch and adding water to the pan. And now it's about to start creating the gravy. With that cornstarch sticking that water up. So we're going to stir this in through the meat. And see, we was cooking, just constantly, you know, cooking the seasonings and stuff like that. Because, see, that's going to get stuck to the bottom of the pan. Make sure I'm recording. Stuck to the bottom of the pan. So now that's creating flavor. Okay? Even more flavor. So we're going to add some more hot water. Because I don't want it too thick. I want that gravy to be loose to slide across that rice when I need it to, you know. So now we're just gonna let this here cook right here, dissolving that beef bouillon cube that's in there because it ain't dissolved yet. And just let this simmer for a few minutes, you know, so that gravy can get down in the meat now, okay? The gravy gonna cook down in the meat instead of just being on the meat. You know what I'm saying? You finna let this gravy cook down in the meat. Just like you make them Salisbury steaks. Everything is still the same, it's just according to how you cook it. Just about. I ain't gonna say everything the same. But you know, smothered hamburger steaks, meatloaf and gravy. Okay? Just look at this like that. Do the same thing. It's not hard. It's simple. Okay, so moving right along. Alright, y'all, so this is what the ground beef and gravy is looking like. That right there. That gravy is thickening up on now, you know. Real proper like. Okay. Look at that. You just letting it simmer in that gravy. Cooking that gravy through the meat. Then let's check the green beans. So you got the green beans over here. Okay, so you see the green beans? My phone died on the other one, y'all. So look it up. Look at them green beans. Looking how they looking. With that meat off up in there like you've been cooking them all day. Okay. You better know it. And there go that meat right there. You better go on, T. And that rice back there. You better go on. So now I'm about to plate it up for y'all. I'm about to be out of here. I love y'all. Peace, love, many, many blessings to each and every one of you guys. I wish y'all nothing but wealth and wellness. Okay? All right. Love y'all. Stay tuned for the pictures in the end. See you in the next video. I'm out. Alright, y'all. Dishes washed. Food put up. Bay lunch fixed for work. Food put up. And my seeds drying. And my roots, whatever they doing for right now. Because I'm done for the night. But this is dinner, y'all. Within an hour. And I'm done. And Bay over there ready to eat and go to sleep. We gone, y'all.